In this video, we're going to cover installing and setup of the theme. It's very straightforward, very easy. So just follow along with me and let's go ahead and set this installation up. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm at the WordPress admin login, which is your site /WP-admin, just like I have it typed in above. All right, and then enter in your username and password. And then we'll hit the login. Alright, now the first thing I want you to notice is whenever there's an update available for WordPress, always make sure that you update it. You do that by just clicking Please Update Now and hit Update Now again, and that's it. So now we're on the correct version of WordPress. So when you see that yellow dialog pop up like that, you know you should always update. Alright, let's take a look at the site right now and see what it looks like. There's no theme on the site, so it's just plain and generic. This is a fresh installation of WordPress. Alright, the first thing I like to do is I like to go into my posts, hit all posts, and I like to delete the Hello World post. Then I'm going to go into my pages, and I'm going to delete the sample page by hitting trash. Alright, just like that. Alright, now we're going to go to settings. We're going to go to general. And I like to always put www. In front of my sites. You don't have to, it's just a preference. This is what I like to do. Okay, set your time zone if you wish. Hit Save Changes. Now this should kick you out, that's fine. Just go ahead and log back in. Okay, we're going to tweak one more setting in the settings. And we're going to go to Settings, Permalinks. And we're going to go to the post name structure and hit Save Changes. That's just so that the site indexes properly and it's SEO friendly. Now we're ready to install a theme, so we'll go over to Appearance, Themes, and we're going to go to Install Themes, and we're going to hit Search. Or actually, I'm sorry, we're going to go to Upload right here. Now we'll hit Browse, and you're going to search for the theme download that came with the purchase. Should be WPLeadPrompt.zip, and don't unzip the file. You're going to upload the zip file, just like I did here. We'll hit Install Now. Now this part takes a couple of minutes sometimes. It's unpacking all of the files, all of the images, and putting everything in place. So as soon as this is ready, we'll move on to the next step, and we'll take a look at where we're at from that point on the actual home page. Okay, now we're at this part. And it's saying that it uploaded the file, and all we have to do now is hit activate. Alright, so there we go. You can see the current theme is WPLeadPrompt. And if we go over to our page now and reload it, here's where we're at so far. So I mean, already it's looking pretty good, but now we have some kind of settings that we have to go in here and tweak. Alright, so we're going to go back to the back end. And now we can go to theme options either under the appearance tab here, or we can also go to it from here. Alright, so let's go to theme options. Now you can go through and we have some color schemes picked out. Go through and select which color theme you'd like and just click on it and then save the configuration. Okay, next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the sliders tab up here. And if you want to put in sliders, you can. This is the size, 635 by 330. So go ahead and just select whatever images you want by going to Browse and then locating your sliders that you've designed. And just hit Open, and that's it. If you want to enable a second slider, you just hit Enable. If you decide you don't want the slider, you can just hit the X like that, and it'll X off of it. I'm going to enable that again. Alright, so I'm going to browse for my second slider. Open that. And if I come down here, I'm going to come down to the third one and enable that. And I'm going to hit Browse. And there we go. Now, a feature that we've included with these sliders is if you want to put a heading in them and a caption, you can do that. I'm going to save the configuration first to show you what it looks like without it, and then I'll show you what it looks like with it. So let's reload the page. I wanted to show you what it looks like without the, let's come back here and enable these, what it looks like with the heading and caption. So if we come into the heading and caption here, I'm just going to type example heading, example caption. Alright, and I'm going to save those changes. And let's reload the page and see what that looks like. Okay, so that's what it looks like if you decide to use those features. Now the other sliders won't include that because I didn't put them on the other sliders. I'm going to go ahead and delete that example because I like it just without it. And I'm going to hit Save Configuration. Okay, so that's how we pick a color, and that's how we add sliders. Now let's go over to the Contact section, and we can come in here and enter in all of our information. So I'll enter in phone number, the street, city, state, zip code, enter in a contact email that's best to reach you at. This is where the form is going to go to when someone fills out their name and information and hits contact now. This is the email it will go to. We're going to put in a call prompt, and what that is it's a call to action that comes up and tells people to call the phone number. So I normally like to put call us and then the phone number again. Okay, we can put in our Twitter links if we have them. If you don't, you just leave them blank and they won't display. And then the last thing we need to do is if we want the Google map to show up, we have to go in and type in our address into Google and grab the map embed link. So we just go to google.com and then put in your address in there. And then we're going to hit Get Directions. And then once that loads, there's a little chain link icon up here. We're going to click that. And the first thing we're going to grab is this URL here. Copy that and come back into the theme options. And where it says Google Maps link, that's where we paste that URL. And we come back, and where it says paste HTML to embed into website, we're going to copy that. And we're going to paste that into where it says Google Maps embed code. So let's paste that in and hit Save Configuration. And let's reload the page and take a look at what that looks like. Alright, so there's our call prompt coming up. Perfect. That looks good. And down here you can see that our social links are down there, our RSS feed. I'll click off of that. And then this is our little map icon with our maps embedded in there. Okay, so all of that is set up. It's going pretty quickly. Now we need to kind of get the home page set up and our widget set up. So what I like to do from this point on is I like to go into under appearance and go to widgets. And I like to delete these widgets that are in here right now. We've given you 3 widget areas to work with, so I'm going to delete those. And for bottom widget 1, I'm going to throw in a text widget by just dragging it in. And I've got some content for it right here. So the title of this one I'm going to call Services. And then I have my content right here. So let's paste that in. And then we hit Save. For bottom widget 2, I'm going to throw in another text widget. And for this one, I'm going to put in a video. Now, our widgets support videos, and I like to use a video in the widget. So all you have to do is drop in a text widget and then grab the embed code that you get from YouTube. So I'm going to paste that in. And just so that you know how to grab that code, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So if you go to youtube.com, and we'll search for a video. So here's a video right here. I'm going to click that. You would go down here to share and then hit embed. And then this is where you would grab your code. Now, for video size, go to select custom size. Let me double check the video size I'm using. 270 width works good. So in the first box here, type in 270, and then that's it. Now you can copy this code over and paste it into here. Alright, so I'm going to save that. And now we're ready to set up bottom widget 3. So I'm going to drag in another text box. And this one I'm going to call brands. And then I'm going to paste in my content. Now these widgets support HTML codes. So you can see in this one I did some bullet points. So if you'd like to do bullet points, you just follow this structure. And I'm going to hit save on that. Alright, so let's see what the widgets look like. We're going to reload the page. There we go. There's all of our widgets set up. That's looking really good. Our video is in there. Now, with this theme, we've given you the option to replace these little 3D icons. So if you want to replace these, in the widgets here where it shows this question mark, you can. So I'm going to go ahead and replace them just to show you guys how to do it. And I'm going to use something that's a little more plumbing based. Now, if you wanted to find these little 3D icons, a good site for that is depositphotos.com. And you can get these icons really cheap off of here. So if you just type in 3D men or something like that, they should pop up. There's a bunch of them. So there they all are. You can grab custom icons. So I've already got some saved. I'm going to show you how to replace them. So we're going to head over under appearance and go to theme options, and we're going to go over to the icons tab now, and there they all are. So for widget 1, I'm going to browse for my little icon, and I'm going to use this one for the first one. I'm going to hit browse on the second one, and I'm going to use this one for the second one. And again, the sizes that you should use are here, 35 by 35. So for the third one, I'm going to select this one. And there we go. I'm going to leave the sidebar icon the same. I like the way that one looks. So let's hit Save Configuration. And let's reload the page now. So check out our widget icons right now. And when I reload, we're going to have ones that are niche specific now. So you can see we've got the little wrench and toolbox and stuff. So that's a really nice feature to have to really make the theme look niche specific. So I really like that. All right, now we need to add in some content and stuff. And I also think I'd like to change up this stuff a little bit, this contact us. And I also don't like, the logo like this. I think I'm going to add in a custom logo. So we're going to go back to the theme options. We're going to go to company. And right here, enable custom logo. And the max height, that's the only thing you have to follow. The height should be 50 pixels high. You can make the width whatever you want. So I'm going to enable that. And I'm going to hit browse and find my logo. Open that. We've also given you the option to add in a fave icon. So that's this little thing up here. You see it has a little globe right now. Or you can see on deposit photos they have a little camera. Well, I'm going to go ahead and enable a fave icon. And you can see it has to be 25 by 25. I'm going to go ahead and browse for one. And I'm going to make mine this little water drop coming out of a plumbing faucet. Okay, so that's looking good. Now we can go work on this stuff. So this is for the sidebar where it says contact us today. I normally like to put a phone number right there. So I'm going to go ahead and say call, just like that. And then the second line, which is right here, just fill out the form to get started. I'm going to put or fill out the form below. Just like that. I'm also going to center these, so you can do that just by using standard HTML center tags, just like I'm doing here. Okay, now the next thing we want to customize is after the user fills out this information and they hit contact now, we want them to get a confirmation message that says, okay, you did this all successfully and we've received your message. So I normally put something like, we'll be in touch soon. Maybe put thank you, we'll be in touch soon. Okay, so that looks good. And then the privacy policy. We can add in our own privacy policy and it pops up a dialog box instead of taking up a whole page, which is really nice. So let me go grab my privacy policy. And I'm going to copy all of that. And then I just paste it in there. So let's save the configuration and let's go back to the site and take a look at what it looks like now. All right, so everything's looking good. Here's our privacy policy here. I'll click the X off of that. So check out the privacy policy. Pops up in a separate dialog. That's really good. Looks like our logo is not there. So let me come back to the company section and hit enable custom logo and enable favicon and save the configuration again. Let's come back and make sure that they're there now. And they are. So that's looking good. Let's move on to adding content. All right, now for content, I normally like to do this. I'm going to show you. I normally like to create one page. I'm going to hit add new. And I normally like to call this one blog or news. And we're not going to add any content on this page. We're just going to use it as a blog page. And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So I'll call this one news for now. But just keep in mind that this is going to be used for our posts. So I'm going to publish this right away. All right. And then I'm going to create another page. And this one I'm going to put in our actual content. So you can name it whatever you want. For optimization purposes, I'm going to name it Plumber Milwaukee Professional, something like that. All right, let me grab my content for it. And I'm going to paste that in. Think I'm going to go ahead and add in a picture. So I'm going to hit add media. I'm going to select a file and throw in a picture there. I'm going to have it align to the right, and I'm going to insert that into the page. So there's our picture. That looks good. I'm going to hit publish. And right away I'm also going to go and create a post. So I'll go to post and hit add new. And you can name this post whatever you want. Maybe you have a secondary keyword. I'm going to go ahead and paste in my post there. Call this one Fixing Clogged Drains. I'm going to add a category to it. And then I'm going to add a tag. Hit add. And maybe I'll add a picture into this one too. So hit add media, upload a file, do this little water droplet. And this one I think I'll go and align left. And I'm going to insert into post. So there it is, that looks good. And I'm going to hit publish on that. Okay, so now we need to set up our pages for the way we want them to look. Because if we reload the page now, you can see our menu shows up kind of funny right there. And by default, our posts show up on the front page. Now, I like to have my front page just show one page and not post. And I like to have my post show up on a separate page. So that's why we created a blank news page. Let me show you how to set that up now. If we come over to settings and go down to reading, we can select a static page, and this is the front page. Decide what page you want to show up on the front page, and I want this to be our Plumber Milwaukee Professionals. For the post page, this is where all your blog posts will show up. I want this to be my blank news page that I created. All right, and I'm going to hit save changes on that. So let's reload now. Now it shouldn't show this fixed clogged drains. It should show our home page. There it is. So you can see that looks a whole lot better than showing the post. But now we still have to fix our menu up here. So this is really easy to do. All we have to do is come over, go to Appearance, go to Menus. We're going to enter a menu name. I'm just going to call it Main Menu. And we're going to hit Create Menu on that. And now we need to decide what we want in there. So I'm going to come down to our pages, and I want our blog page there, and then I want our Plumber Milwaukee Professionals page there. So I'm going to hit Add to Menu. Instead of this saying Plumber Milwaukee Professionals, I'm going to rename this to say Home, because this is our home page. We're going to hit Save Menu, After we do that, we come over to theme locations, and where it says header menu, we select the menu we just created, which is main menu, and then we hit save on that. Alright, so let's come back and reload the page, and now our menu should be in place. There it is, home, news. So the one thing we're missing now is a contact page. So we can create this pretty easily. We come into pages, if we go to all pages, we can hit add new. So I'm going to call this page contact us. And now what I like to do is come down to template, and under template select the contact page. And let's just publish that really quickly. And I'm going to view the page. And let's see what we have so far. So by default, we've set up the contact page template to automatically include our company name, our address, and our phone number, along with a Google map. Okay, so now we want to add that to the menu. So let's go ahead and do that. We go back to appearance, go to menus, and we want it in our main menu. So all we do is come down here into pages and select it and hit add to menu. All right, you can reorder it where you want it. If you want it to be a submenu, maybe you want it to appear underneath home, you can do that. Let me show you what that looks like. Save the menu, reload the page. Now if we highlight over home, it drops down to contact us. So you can do that if you'd like. I don't want that on this one. I'm going to drop it down over here. So save menu, and there we go. There's our contact us showing up. Okay, so now everything is set up perfectly. Our home page is always going to show this. If we go to news, we've set this to be our post page, so whenever we create new posts, they're going to show up on this page here, and they're just going to keep going down. Now we're going to go over adding in testimonials for the theme. You can do that by coming into the back end, selecting testimonials, and then clicking add new. You can add in as many as you'd like. All you do in the title is enter in the person's name. So maybe it's going to be Joe Schmo. And then in here is where you'll enter in the testimonial. And all you do is hit publish, and that's it. Our testimonial is published. If we go and hit testimonials right here on the left, you can see all the ones we have. So I've entered in 3 already. I'm going to hit reload on the page, and here we go. So there's our first one, and it's going to rotate through these testimonials, just kind of like a slider, which is kind of nice. Okay, so you can see how that works. So that's how you set up WPLeadPrompt. If you have any questions at all, if you come into the theme options here, there's a link up here that has a help desk. All you have to do is select this help desk icon and come in here and register for an account. And after you register, you'll be able to ask any questions you want right here, and we'll answer them really quickly for you. Please allow 24 to 48 hours for a response, but usually we'll answer them within 8 hours. So that's it. Let us know if you have any questions at all, and thanks again for your purchase.